the first silence, the world waited beneath the dust, and the wind whispered, "Remember, from the bones of the mountains, fire was born again." The earth breathed, and time began to move. In the dim light, faces of the first people, eyes of hunger, hearts of fire, bound by survival. From the mist a giant rose, ancient as the earth itself. Each step carried memory, each breath. High above the world, the eagle saw everything. It did not judge, it only remembered. They moved through fog and fear, chasing shadows that breathed. Hunger spoke louder than the gods that morning. Hands touched the stone, leaving ash and blood. From that mark, memory was born, and it burned forever. Beneath still waters, something watched. The river hid its ancient hunger, waiting to rise. She guarded the small light, trembling, alive. Around her, darkness learned the shape of courage. Wind tore through the valley, carrying voices of the past. The earth shivered. Something vast was coming. The sky turned to iron and the wind forgot mercy. The tribe raised their faces and the storm began to breathe. Through frozen air, giants moved in silence. Each footprint a monument, each breath a prayer. Small hands reached toward the light. In the fire's reflection, the future opened its eyes. The ground murmured old names beneath their feet. Roots remembered, and stones began to tremble. The ground murmured old names beneath their feet. Roots remembered, and stones began to tremble. Beneath gray skies, hands searched the earth for life. Each leaf carried hope and the scent of survival. From the heavens, a single feather fell. The child caught it, and the world paused to breathe. The sound rolled through stone and bone alike. Was it thunder, or something far more alive? In the deep, silence had teeth. The water moved, and ancient hunger woke. She saw lightning in her reflection and knew the storm was not the sky. It was fate approaching. Fire met rain, and the wind became a scream. Tents fell, hearts broke, but no one ran. The ground thundered. Giants moved as one. Fear spread faster than light across the plain. From white fog came the shape of hunger, eyes like fire, steps silent as death. He did not pray. He ran against fangs and storm. One will stood unbroken from the heavens. The eagle watched in silence. Below, fire and fury danced like forgotten gods. Beneath the river's skin, a shadow coiled and waited. When it moved, the water itself screamed. Behind stone and rain, he held his breath. The feather trembled, but he did not cry. She bent before the dying flame. Against the storm, her hands became the wall. Claws met stone. Lightning met blood. The beast roared, and time forgot to move. The giant came, mountain against storm. One strike, and chaos shattered into silence. Man and mammoth, two souls of the same earth. No words, no fear, only ancient
Mother
understanding. The sky
lend
wept
your
for what
strength.
was lost. Blood turned to
Heal
mud,
this wound.
and silence grew roots. Her hands pressed life into broken flesh. Each breath she gave was a prayer to fire. Mud moved, and vengeance rose again. The storm found a new heartbeat, carved in fangs. His voice tore through thunder and rain. Innocence met fear, and both became sound. Through the storm it flew, muscle, rage, and hunger. The sky itself held breath before the strike. Flesh met fang, Thunder met blood. The earth shook and memory split in two. Her cry cut through wind and rain alike. She struck once, and the gods turned to watch. The ground answered her call. The giant moved, and vengeance wore tusks. Rain fell soft upon the dead. The fire dimmed, but the heart still burned. She touched his face, still warm, still fading. Her tears carried both love and the end. From the sky came judgment in golden feathers. It saw all and named nothing. Small hand, ancient tusk. Between them, the whole story of survival. One breath, heavy as mountains, soft as dawn. The world glowed and began again. They stood together, scarred, unbroken, alive. The wind carried their silence farther than song. She lifted his necklace to the sky. In her hands, grief became power. The giant walked first, the tribe behind. Their path glowed faintly, carved by faith. He looked upward, feather in his hair. The eagle's cry became his heartbeat. Laughter once lived beside the fire. Now it echoes, like warmth remembered by stone. The beast lay still, strength turned to soil. Even fury must one day feed the roots. The waters calmed, secrets sank below. The current carried away the last echo of fear.
Like this, child.
Her hands shaped his,
Feel the line.
carving memory
Steady
into
now.
bone. Knowledge passed quietly to fire. Upon the ridge the giant called once more. Its cry lingered, half wind, half eternity. Flames rose against the dusk, steady, alive. 1,000 hearts burned as one. Above all life, the eagle rose through gold and mist. Its wings carried the story beyond time. Dawn broke, soft, eternal, forgiving. From ashes and rain, the world began anew. In his gaze, the sky, the beast, the memory, the future breathed. Through ancient blood, the valley glowed. Fire became constellation. Humanity shimmered a pattern of light and loss. Mountains aligned. Rivers curved in revelation. The world itself remembered and became legend.